This is Shelley Kraft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the SeeThruEquity Winter MicroCap Investor Conference in New York City 2015. I have with me Dr. David Platt, Boston Therapeutics, a publicly traded company, and the symbol is BTHE. David, welcome to SNNLive.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back to SNNLive, I should say.
Thank you very much.
Let's get a short overview of Boston Therapeutics, if you would.
Boston Therapeutics developed two technologies in diabetes. One is for in preventing from getting the sugar increase in the bloodstream, like any diabetic drugs. And the second technology is the anti-necrosis drug, which is oxygen therapeutics.
So what's new? I like to do an update because we've had you on many times, but in your industry, things happen and they happen fast.
We went to the FDA with our data in phase 2, which were published in the peer-reviewed journal. And the FDA approved what you call adaptive clinical trial. And means that we have 360 patients to get an NDA or get it approved. We will do, and the adaptive clinical trial will do 100 patients. The primary site is Joslin, the medical center, diabetes center in Boston. We'll do 100 for A1C, or the amount of glucose. It's a standard test, show that A1C going down by taking that our drug, which the code name is BTHE 320. When that will go significantly above, the reduction will be above 0.3%, we will go back to the FDA to get another 260 patients asking to approve the drug. It's a double-blind placebo control, and that's what we're going to do next.
Now, you have a long background in this business, because it's the business of biotech pharma. So what size market are we really talking about here?
We're talking about the size of about 80 to 100 million people. Actually, it's 100 million people in the US and about 500 million around the world. We're talking about pre-diabetics, or those patients that are close to be diabetics, have a blood sugar problem, it's going up significantly. Eventually, they turn out to be diabetics. It's an epidemic worldwide of consuming too much sugar. What we address, there is no drug today to address pre-diabetic, exist or approved. For that, we need to show the reduction of A1C, which is the standard of care of measuring and get it approved by the FDA. For that, we went to type 2 diabetics, which reduced the number of patients that need to get a claim or medical claim. Once we have that, we will probably be approached, or we will have a deal with the drug company, which will allow us to do a large clinical trial which required about 5,000 patients in pre-diabetic.
So what is the consequential difference between what is now on the market and what you're going to be, through FDA approvals one day, have for the market?
There is no drug right now on the market for pre-diabetic. Pre-diabetic are not considered diabetics. They are pre-diabetics. So we have a drug that it's totally, to date, doesn't show any toxicity, zero toxicity, in all clinical trial, in all patients. So as a consequence, we want to have a medical claim by the FDA, and which is a reduction of A1C and weight loss. That's a secondary endpoint. Because when you lower your amount of sugar that goes into the blood, you lower you will get weight loss. That's a consequence of that. We will be the only drug, we expect to be the only drug on the market today. There is no drug like that. And also our mode of action is the only one in the world. It means that we are a non-systemic approach to manage blood sugar. We block the enzyme in the intestine that digest sugar of food, and as a consequence, less sugar goes into the bloodstream. This is not like other diabetic drugs, which all systemic. It means they go into the bloodstream and affect mechanism of pancreas, insulin, liver, and so on, brain and kidney. We are completely non-systemic, only in the intestine.
So anything going on around the world, or is this mostly in the U.S.?
We have we did the clinical trial, 2 clinical trials in Australia with the key opinion leader named Dr. Bren Miller in diabetes, or called glycemic control or glycemic load. It means the amount of sugar that goes into the blood. Also, we're going to open up with our affiliate in Hong Kong a major clinical trial in Hong Kong University, which they pay for that, which is nice. And
nice.
It's always nice. And we are not cash-rich company. We are a small, unknown company right now at that point. And that's my 3rd public company. So we will get from them the data which will apply for the Chinese health authority as an agent that will prevent A1C or the increase of sugar in the blood.
Let's get a website.
T like Tango, I like India.com. One word, www.bostonti.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. David Platt, Boston Therapeutics. It's a publicly traded company, and the symbol is BTHE. I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNNLive, and we're coming to you live from the SeeThruEquity Winter MicroCap Investor Conference in New York City, 2015. David, thank you for coming on to SNNLive.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you.